So here's the episode 1 playset mini scene line. So there is one bonus in here, which is this Theed Palace one over here. Not actually part of the mini scenes, but it's actually a box version of a mini scene. So I figured I'd include it in this one because it didn't really have any other place. So I'll go ahead and walk through each one of these scenes, the characters that come with them, and then basically what they do. So each scene basically has one major function that it performs. So we'll walk through first. This is the outer reaches. So this actually comes with this TC-13 or TC-14 droid. And then it comes with an Obi-Wan with holding the lightsaber out to his side. Like that. So these guys do have pegs in the bottom, but there's no pegs on the display to hold them. And then there's also the droid decal right there. So then when you pull on the door, it pops through, which is pretty cool. Push it shut like that. So one cool detail feature here is just this little laser cut like that. It's like the lightsaber was trying to cut through the door. And then you got a broken up droid on the floor. That is that. Then you move on to, I believe this is called the Sith Pursuit. This one has got Darth Maul on a speeder, and then it's got Qui-Gon with the lightsaber out to the side. There's one sticker detail here where you got the Naboo starship there in the background. This one, you're supposed to be able to move this Darth Maul here, and then Qui-Gon spins. For some reason, he's not spinning here. Not sure why. Something must have broken inside of it, but that is basically that. When this guy does come off, so you can see what this looks like. Here is Maul off of his speeder. So that's what he looks like. In his cape, and then here is his actual little speeder bike. One little peg hole on the bottom. That's okay. Then you have the STAP assault. So this comes with two different things to it. So you've got, the one major feature to this is actually just that you spin this little part of the tree, and then the STAP bike is supposed to swing around on that little swing arm there. So this kind of works, kind of doesn't. It's hard to get this guy to actually stand here and hold on. His hands actually don't hold on to it. They're just resting on top. So just because of the angle of it, it's difficult to get him to stay on there unless you just have it displayed. You can't really play with it that much. It does come with an extra accessory, which is this here, where you could have this standing just without being on that little tree. It doesn't come with a secondary bike. It just comes with the one. So that's what that would look like. And then it also comes with one Jar Jar figure. And in this one, he's holding something in his hand. It's kind of hard to tell what that is, or whether or not that's like some type of a detonator or something, but that's one of the ways to differentiate the Jar Jar and know which one goes with this specific set. So that's that one. And then you have this one, which is the, I don't even know what this one's called, but this one comes with the Jar Jar here, who's actually holding on to something. He's got like a bar in his hand. So he actually comes off of this. That's what it looks like. Oops. There's no functionality to it. He doesn't really move around or anything. It's just holding onto that bar so you can attach him onto this. So just like in the movie when he ends up opening up this thing with all of those balls in it. This is the droid that comes with it. So he's just holding a gun. It's got a little peg there. There's a tiny little peg right here where you can attach this guy. And that might be the first time I've ever gotten him to stand up. Most of the time he falls over. And then you have Captain Tarpals that's on top of this creature and rides on top of it. So the one thing that this does is when you pull down on Jar Jar there and then you open up pull out this ball, this little set of other balls comes out. There's two different sets of these. One is just 3 that are glued together, and then the other one is 4 of them, so it's kind of like a triangular shape. And that's what comes with this set. This little arm thing pops up there in order for the balls to roll out. So then we'll stick on the Gungan theme and the Naboo theme. So here is your, this is the assault or the MTT version. This part of the water actually comes up, so that way the figures can drop in. And then you can see there's a little animal here that's on the side, and then you've got your figures up there on the top. So the way that this works is you just push this forward. The little arm there that they're standing on tips forward, so they fall off into the water, and then you can close it up like that, like they're disappearing. This actually does have one other thing to it too, where you can open this up, so you can actually see inside of the tank, and then the little guns here move, which is pretty cool. The one way to tell whether or not you get the correct Jar Jar or the correct Qui-Gon on this one, Qui-Gon is just standing still, like he's walking forward, no lightsaber or anything in his hands. And with Jar Jar, he's got these, his eyes are painted black, so, and he doesn't have anything in his hands. And then obviously if you moved his arms, it would look like he's running or like he's scared of something. So that's how you know that. And then again, you get this little, horse type animal, little thing on the bottom. So let me move on to Naboo. So this playset's actually pretty cool. It's got 3 little peg holes in there for different characters, but it only comes with 3 items. So it comes with the Sayo Bibble there, it comes with Nute Gunray, and then the chair. And in the background here, which is pretty cool, it's got one of the other Trade Federation guys, and then it's got Darth Maul, and obviously you see the droids on the wall. And then all this does is basically, as you pull this back, you can kind of twist it side to side like this guy's walking. And then you can't see it, but at the very end, when it gets to the end, that little peg that Sayo's standing on turns. So that happens with all the pegs as he walks by. They all spin. And that is that. So then you get Watto's shop. So this one actually has Watto. He's got a little peg hole on his back. That's how you can tell that it's the correct Watto for this one. And then this articulates around quite a bit, so you could fly all over the place. And then you've got Anakin that's sitting in here. He's got something in his hands, so it's like he's working on something. And then you've got a little droid here that falls over. So the way this works is if you push this little brown one here on the ground, he stands up and falls down. And those are your 2 functions of this one. Lots of detail in the shop, which is really cool. Nothing really on the back to speak of, but pretty cool little mini scene. Then you get to the final mini scene, which is the final battle between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. So I kept Obi-Wan off of here so you could see what version it is. So you can see he's holding on to the lightsaber. And then there's a little peg hole that he sits on. So these guys are pretty hard to get into the peg holes. But the 2 features to this, these move, the door opens like that to allow them to go inside. And then there's a little ramp here at the end, which is cool. So when you start moving these guys to the side, it looks like they're fighting till they get to the very end. Obi-Wan falls off that little ramp and goes down into the hole. So this again is a pretty cool mini scene for what it is. My favorite of the 8. And then finally, here is the Naboo scene. So this comes with this Naboo cruiser. It comes with 2 Naboo figures. You've got one guy here holding a gun. And then you have the other guy who is the pilot, who's also holding some type of a pistol. And then this also has 2 missiles that fire out. So the little missile buttons here on the top. So those things come out of there pretty fast. Plus shaped missiles. And then it's got the bottom part here where you can use these as the wheels, or you can just push those in and not have them be wheels. And then with the actual playset itself, there are 2 different things that you can do. So you can hook up the droids on this thing, so you can have them walking side to side. You can also swing this arm around here. I think they're coming in one way or the other. And then there is one little thing here that you can push, and that pops off that one portion of it, of the wall. So pretty cool. Again, small play set here. It's got the stairs that go up. Here's what it looks like from behind. So some detailing and everything all the way around on this one, which is makes it actually somewhat underrated for what it actually is. But that's that. This one does come with the 2 droids that have the red markings on it, like they're some type of an officer or something. So there is your episode 1 Action Fleet mini scenes.